Now, if there's one thing new investors want to know, or they cannot wait any longer to know, is the deliveries that ONVO will generate this month. I mean, in New Year's, we know that deliveries might come over 17,000, but that prediction of 7 to 8,000, which we have made, so many of the new investors want to see if indeed ONVO will pull this through. The reason why I'm reminding you, or we are talking about this as well today, we just read that as of the 14th of November, ONVO have exceeded 7,000 deliveries with their model, which is something that is pretty exciting, because you know that in September ONVO sold 832. You know that in November ONVO sold just over 4,300. And if in ONVO it's saying they have delivered over 7,000 deliveries of ONVO, you and me can agree that it simply means that ONVO is at this point in time, this month, they have sold like what, 2,000 deliveries, which I suppose it's not that bad, especially looking at the fact that we still got over 2 weeks for Nio and ONVO to deliver, continuing delivering these models now for the month of November. I mean, exceeding 7,000 is a good thing for Nio and ONVO, as this shows that they are doing whatever they can to make sure that they get to the target of 10,000. I mean, December, ONVO is targeting to deliver 10,000 deliveries, whilst in January 16,000 deliveries, and March 20,000 deliveries. I mean, it's just a couple of months where we'll be seeing ONVO delivering over 20,000 deliveries on a month to month, which we look forward to. I mean, there is a lot that is expected from ONVO. ONVO is expected to sell more than Nio, because it's much cheaper, which is massive, which is bullish. I mean, yesterday we were talking about the award, or technology award, that ONVO scooped, which is something that is very interesting. Now, something that we also read onto these articles talking about ONVO deliveries exceeding 7,000 is that orders for the ONVO thus far have outperformed those for other models launched at the same time. I mean, this is massive to know that the orders have exceeded those that were launched together with ONVO around the same time. It is just massive. I mean, some of the cars that maybe they might be looking at, you know that there's Xpeng's Mona 3, which scoped a quite significant amount of orders, and if they are making this statement, it means that we might be seeing, or chances are high that the orders that Mona 3 Xpeng scoped or launched might not be as much as the kind of orders that ONVO L60 is getting. I think Nio or ONVO at least should tell us this figure, because I think that figure, if really it is as good as what they are saying, the market will be very excited if they can unveil that figure. But I suppose, yeah, they just want to continue surprising us by the kind of, or the amount of deliveries they get on a month to month. I mean, there is another statement which the ONVO president said, which sort of like hints where ONVO is when it comes to the orders, right? He said production orders already lined up for the first quarter of the next year. I mean, this might be the case that they'll be able to deliver 20,000 without taking even more orders, which is something that is pretty exciting. I mean, they can be able to deliver that 20,000, which they are targeting in March of next year, without any new orders, right? Which is massive, which is bullish. I mean, the waiting period, or the latest waiting period for ONVO after you have placed your orders, it's somewhere between 2.5 to 3.5 months, which is something that shows you that ONVO it's already sold out until March of next year. ONVO it's already having enough cars to sell until next year in March, which means that the orders that those that might be placing right now, which is something that means that the orders that some of the people might be placing now towards the end of November going to December, they'll only receive those orders in Q2 of 2025, which I think this is bullish, this is massive for ONVO, because it shows that there is high demand for this car. I mean, the ONVO president indicated that 90% of the ONVO L60 customers were replacing their old cars to this ONVO L60. This is something that is massive. And he said amongst these customers, majority of the customers were replacing their Tesla Model 3, or they are Tesla Model 3 owners, whilst 30% are the owners of German luxury brands like your Mercedes and BMW and Audi, which this, it's just incredible and amazing, because right now we are seeing not only ONVO scooping some orders from Tesla, but we are seeing ONVO also targeting or taking orders from your luxury brands like Mercedes, BMW and Audi, which therefore this means that it is safe now to conclude that ONVO it is also stealing some of the orders from Nio. I must say that with this statement made by the ONVO president, it is now clear that some of the people that would go and buy Tesla, that would go and buy Mercedes, BMW and Audi, they are now of course coming to buy the ONVO L60, which is massive, which is bullish. And those that are also going, that would usually go for Nio, your ES6, they are now coming to the ONVO L60. But with that, I don't think it's a train smash, because as long as the money still comes back to Nio, what we want is Nio to continue selling well and their sub brands continuing to sell well, which, knowing that this is the case on the ground, ladies and gents, it's just massive, it's just bullish, and it shows you the potential that lies within this ONVO L60. When I read this, I was very excited, because I know, or I now know, that ONVO is not only bringing some fierce competition onto Tesla alone, but it is also bringing massive competition onto the German luxury brands, which is bullish, which is massive, and it makes me want to load the boat, because we know that blue sky is coming, and this trend shall continue even when we head to 2025. So yeah, man, this is bullish, this is massive. Just thought I'd just give them to you. Tell me what you think about this. We need to prepare ourselves for what's coming, because 10,000 deliveries are coming in December, 16,000 deliveries are coming in January, and March we'll see ONVO delivering 20,000, which is bullish, which is massive. And it just shows us that the low trading price that we are witnessing onto this stock, it's an opportunities, or offer the opportunities for us to take the low trading prices opportunities to scoop more shares, increase our holdings onto the new stock, because there is one thing that we know, and that is blue sky is coming. So do your own DD. That's all from me. I'll see you in my next video, and God bless you all.